This is Greater Adelaide. The blue lines are the main roads administered by the state government. The red lines are the rail right-of-ways, some of which are standard gauge, some of which are broad gauge, and some of which have been abandoned. This yellow line is the Ovingham. This is the Gawler to Adelaide Railway Line, and the yellow circles represent 1.2 kilometre radiuses around each of the stations. We're looking at Ovingham Station. This is the Ovingham Station. This blue line is Torrens Road, Churchill Road, and this blue line here is the Inner Ring Road. Across the rail line there is a pedestrian crossing here just north of the station, and of course pedestrian crossing at Torrens Road. There's a level crossing here at Chief Street in Brompton, and the other significant feature is the Brompton Primary School. At long last, an overpass is being built over the railway line from this point by Churchill Road to Chief Street. The other significant feature is that the railway line is being electrified, and this involves significant expenditure on electrification and realignment of platforms. Hopefully the platforms will be long enough for 6-car trains, which will be necessary to carry the large number of people who want to use the train system. This is what the Ovingham Railway Station looked like in times past. Now let's see what's happening there today. This is the Gawler Line timetable pre-COVID, and if you look at train arrivals in Adelaide Station each hour on the half hour, you'll see between 6:30 and 7:30 two trains arrive. From 7:30 till 8:30 there are 7 trains, which is a 9-minute service. 8:30 till 9:30 6 trains, which is a 10-minute service, and then thereafter it's 4 trains per hour, 15-minute service. If we move in closer, looking at the inner suburbs between Mawson Lakes and Adelaide, we'll see that the 7:15 train takes 20 minutes between all stations, whereas the train thereafter only get a small saving of 3 minutes or 2 minutes. These are all either 17-minute trips, and this one, the 7:46, is a 17-minute trip. So there doesn't seem to be much advantage in not stopping at all the stations between Mawson Lakes and Adelaide, particularly as we're seeing the suburbs of Dudley Park and Ovingham are now areas of high redevelopment, where the number of people living and potentially living in the near future is going to be 3 or 4 or 5 times as many people. So it's suggested that more trains should stop at Dudley Park and Ovingham stations. So in this video we have looked at the rail upgrade for electrification and the Ovingham Road overpass here from Churchill Road to Chief Street. We have walked from the station along Avenue Road up to Churchill Road, along Churchill Road past the George Whittle Reserve to Allen Street, then down Allen Street and come back across. At this point, the only place where people can walk to the school, which is here, is across that pedestrian level crossing where people walk across the 3 tracks. And also we've seen that with the road overpass, there's no pedestrian overpass here on Torrens Road. It suggested that the infill, which has occurred on both sides of the railway track, means the area is going to potentially quadruple as one-storey single residences turn into multi-storey buildings with multiple people, and that the ability for people to get to the railway station is going to be severely limited by the lack of pedestrian access across busy roads and busy railway lines. Pedestrians will need to be able to move in this community if it's going to be able to function with any great success.